Hi, if you've been following my videos lately, then you know that I ordered the already cut product from Sigma Makeup, which is their Sigma SS197 flat top, completely synthetic bouquet brush. It's kind of similar to this brush. It's completely flat. It's duo fiber synthetic. I'm not even sure if it's two different fibers or just like this one, where the fibers are actually bleached on top. And it's you can use it to buff in mineral foundation or liquid foundation. I ordered it, it was shipped to me 3 weeks ago, and as of today I still haven't got it. Yesterday I was actually doing some grocery shopping, and I stopped by the Inglot stand, and I looked into their brushes, and they actually have a duo fiber brush, which is very similar to the MAC 187 brush. You can see that it's equally dense. But this one is completely synthetic because the MAC duo fiber brush, the fibers, the black fibers are actually goat hair, and the top white fibers, which are kind of stuck on in some way, are actually fiber optics. It's really soft, it's insanely soft, and I love it to use with very pigmented blushes for a sheer application, or if I want to stipple on my powder. But I'm very hesitant to use it with any liquid. The reason being because this is actually animal hair, and I have this thing where I kind of cringe at the idea of actually using any natural bristle brush with liquid products. I'll occasionally use the MAC 224 brush to kind of buffen my concealer under my eyes, and I'm okay with that, even though it's also kind of goat hair bristles. That doesn't kind of creep me out in any way, but actually using this for liquid foundation I've never actually tried, and I've had this brush for years, just because one, as I said, I kind of cringe at the idea of kind of covering animal hair with any liquid completely. I don't know. And the main reason actually is because this is actually very pricey. This is $45, and I like to invest in brushes, but I don't like the idea of having to ever replace them. So if I just use it with powder products, I don't have to wash it as often, so I wash it about every 2 weeks. But if I were to use it for foundation, I'd have to wash it daily. And animal hair bristles, once they're wet, they're more prone to breakage. So if you use it with liquid foundation, it would be more prone to actually for the bristles to break. And if you wash it, you also kind of expose it to more possibility of bristle breakage. So I've always been really hesitant to use it with liquid foundation, but I've always really wanted to, hence that's why I wanted the Sigma SS197. But this is actually completely synthetic. Because goat hair bristles are actually very expensive, Inglot decided to go for an equivalent of squirrel hair, and this is actually squirrel hair equivalent. So this is actually squirrel hair equivalent bristles. They're completely synthetic, and on top you've got tack-on brushes. So it's actually completely synthetic, and suddenly I'm really fine with putting liquid on with this. And I actually just did a foundation tutorial and used this to apply my foundation, and I'm actually really happy with the results. Now, to be completely honest with you, a lot of the time I would use fingers to apply foundation on myself. I always use a brush on clients, but that's for hygiene reasons, and not everybody likes to be touched. But on myself, I actually use my fingers a lot. The reason being is that I hate wasting products, and with most foundation brushes, yeah, they give a nice finish and sometimes a lighter coverage than your fingers would, but a lot of the time, a lot of the product kind of gets lost in the bristles. It gets absorbed by the bristles if they're natural hair bristles, or it gets kind of trapped in the bristles, and I'm not really for kind of wasting foundation. But with this brush, you just put the foundation on the white bristles, and you just use kind of these bristles are not really meant to be saturated with any product. They're just meant to kind of hold the shape of the brush while you're working with the white bristles. And what I found is that I actually used much less of the foundation that I use applying it with this brush than I actually would use if I were to use my fingers. So that's actually quite neat. Not only does it not waste product, it actually allows you to use less product and get a sheer finish, which I really like. And because the head of it is quite big, you can cover a large area at one time. And I actually use the stipple and swirl method. So this is actually dense enough for you to kind of be able to stipple your face with foundation very quickly, your entire face, and soft enough and dense enough to be able to kind of blend it out with the same brush. So it's a really neat brush. Costs about $17 here in Poland, so roughly a third of the price of the MAC brush, and because the bristles are synthetic, they're not going to kind of break that easily, so I'm not worried about this kind of ruining my brush, even if I use it daily and wash it daily. Yeah, and even if I do have to replace it after some time, I don't have to pay $45. I have to pay $17, which is much less. So yeah, I'm really loving this brush, and because Inglot is a Polish company, I'm really patriotic and really kind of proud that we make such a great quality brush. Inglot recently kind of spread out and is available pretty much worldwide now, so if you're interested in this brush, I'd suggest googling it and seeing if they have a counter near you. I do have to say that not all of the brushes are unfortunately worth recommending. They're not like MAC brushes or even Sigma brushes. Some of them kind of suck in terms of the design, but this brush is definitely worth recommending and looking into. So yeah, hope this was useful, and if you'd like to see how I apply foundation with it, go check out my foundation tutorial. So this is my rave about the Inglot 27TG brush. What a strange name, oh my god, what a strange name. I hope you found this useful, and I shall see you soon.